Hey everyone, this is Paul from Paul's Toy Room, here to do another unboxing of G.I. Joe and the Transformers, the Epic Conclusion San Diego Comic-Con 2013 edition of G.I. Joe and the Transformers, featuring Jetfire, Hound, Snake Eyes, Ravage, Baroness, and Bludgeon. So, the box. Let's start with that as always. These boxes are amazing. I've said it before. I'm not a box keeper in any way. These boxes I am keeping and I am displaying with these play sets. So you've got the artwork here. And as you can see, you've got Jetfire in his vehicle mode and his robot head. Hound with his robot head. Ravage and Snake Eyes doing battle on Hound. And Baroness and Bludgeon. So that's the front of the box. Again, amazing. Go to the top. So the top is your standard G.I. Joe Transformers with the Hasbro logo. Products do not convert. The only downside to these toys is they do not convert. How Hasbro has the rights and doesn't do it, they'd make a ton of money. I would buy every single one. I'm sure the fans out there would too. So the figures that are included are Ravage and Baroness, Snake Eyes, and Bludgeon. Bludgeon looks amazing. I can't wait to see him in 3D. And Blaster with 3 cassettes. Other side of the box, you have the removable booster engines, Jetfire, the opening hood of Hound, and Hound. Bottom, same generic, with the exception it has the barcode. Okay, let's get this thing opened, slide out the contents. Okay, let's see what we've got. Okay, we've got decal sheets. These look pretty nice from what I can see. We'll pull them out and get a closer look. And here's our box all wrapped up. Jetfire superstructure, booster, canopy, cards, file cards, and the text specs for the Transformers. Hound's wheels. Get the boosters out. Get Hound out over here. Oh, there he is. He's looking really cool already. I'm liking that. Yeah, that looks cool. Get the superstructure out. There's our wings. Our engine parts and missiles. Hound's guns, the canopy, Snake Eyes looking pretty cool, Ravage with Blaster and a couple of the cassettes in there, and the Baroness. All right, let's get this box thrown to the side, and let's get Hound put together. I'm not doing decals on this. I don't generally do the decals. I don't want to waste your time, and I like to take my time. The video would be 20 hours if I put these decals on. But let's get Hound put together. Open this package up here. I don't know why I'm being so delicate. It's not like I'm putting it back. Make life a little easier. Like I said, this part of it's usually boring. I don't usually do this. So let me know if you guys like seeing these things get put together or not. If you don't, I'll just skip through it on the next video. I do have the Starscream Cobra Commander set. I'll be doing it after this set. So if you don't want to see this and you just want to see the box art, see what the contents looks on the inside, and then it all finished, let me know, and I'll move forward going that route. All right. This is pretty cut and dry. I've already put one of these together. And this is pretty much the same thing as the old Vamp, just with a couple of new and improved pieces. These tubes here, they are better than the original tubes. This is modeled after the 25th anniversary Vamp, which is what I used to make my Hound, because in the beginning I wasn't going to get this set, but I got it lucky, got it on a trade, and I said, you know what, keeping the set. So let's take a look at it. Here's the side. I do like the colors. It is a very classic Hound color scheme. The shovel is removable. The hood does open, and like I said, not much of an engine in there. And the side. So I do like that. This is a little plain right here, as you can see, but that does look real nice. Okay, so here are the side-by-side comparisons. I wasn't going to do this till the end, but I figured let me get it over with now. This is the one that I used for the to make the Hound with custom labels from Toy Hacks. A great company for Joe decals for this thing. They're mostly Transformers, so anything to do with Transformers they make decals for. They are a little pricey. They are worth every penny, so check them out. toyhawks.com. So this is basically what the decals will look like. So this is the one that I converted from a 25th anniversary. Now there are some differences. The Hound color is a little bit darker. This is the proper color. I do like the black over the green. That's probably just a camouflage throw for the Jeep, or it's a sleeping bag, but I do like the black better. I do like the tan, though, for the seats on this one, but I do like the black guns on this one. So there's some minor differences in the color. I do like the silver on the wheels. It matches the original Hound. So in all likelihood, I might be keeping this one just because of the couple of differences that I like. I may keep both, but my intention was to keep one and sell off the other one. So I won't know until I get the decals on. There's things I like about each one. This one I could paint the wheels and be just as happy with. So there's Hound. Now let's get to Jetfire. This should be fairly easy. Now again, this is modeled after the 25th anniversary edition of the Sky Striker. So it's a single-seater airplane, not the double that we had back in the 80s. Also, I'm not a huge fan of the two-piece fuselage system. I don't like the brake there. Not a fan. This white is very nice, very bright. It's a little bit wider than the original Sky Strikers. So it is very, very nice. Now these tail fins can only go in one way. When you're putting them in, make sure that this slot right here lines up. And of course your wings. To put your wings on, you have to bring the landing gear down. And your landing gear come down so you can slip the wings in. The wings are a little bit more flimsy than the original wings. However, this plastic is not as brittle. So you do have, you know, you have some, I guess, advances over the original. These also, when you snap them on, classic Hasbro, you snap it on, you're never going to get them off. They are a pain in the neck to put on. I hate doing it. I'm always afraid I'm going to break something. They don't just snap in place. It's a fight, as you can see. All right. I'm going to pause this, get them on. Okay, so I ran into a little snafu here. It seems that they gave me two of these pieces that slide into the wing here. So I had to do a little adjustment. So in case if any of you get this, just take a look at it. This little piece here, since I had two of these that went on the right side wing, this slot is supposed to be here, but it was here. So that has to be trimmed. And you can see the little hole here for the bottom of the wing. That was over here. That had to be trimmed off too. So you just got to trim off those two pieces and it'll go in. But you have to make sure that you trim them off. I just wanted to show you guys that. This way you're aware in case you get it and it doesn't fit. It's probably just a factory flaw. So you just got to trim that off a little bit. You know, if you try to put it on with that on there, it's never going to go on there. And, you know, it doesn't take much. That's it. And then it's done. Make sure you're nice and even. And then you'll just have to put the screws back in. So I just wanted to show you guys that there was a little issue of putting it together. But let me get it back together for you. I'll get it all together and then you can see what it looks like. Okay, while I'm waiting on a little weight on the one wing part to flatten it a little, I'm going to show you the boosters and the cannons and the engines for the planes. So the booster is very nice. It's painted. There's no decals here that you need. All nicely done. You know, it's nice and hollow. It's light. It's not heavy. What I do like about this is you can put your second figure in the back of the booster. So you have like an extra little vehicle. Now, when you put this on the plane, your tail wings can come out. And when you take the tail wings out, so your tail wings pop out like that. And what you can do is you can then put the tail wings on your booster. And when you put them on the booster, you have a nice little wing piece here. I've only had these on mine because I always had the booster on mine. So it gives a nice little flyer effect. And it's kind of cool, you know. If you're a Robotech fan, you really like this. Like I said, do you see how soft this plastic is? You know, if you have any kind of bends, like you see there's a little bit of bend on these. It's not a big deal. You can, with a little warm water, you put them in warm water, you shape them out, then you run them under cold. It's like forging a sword. hot and cold, and you have two perfect pieces. So I do really like that piece. It's a nice little recon piece that they did. Now our missiles, standard missiles, same as the regular Sky Striker. You have your fuel tank. You have your larger rockets, your missiles. You have your sidewinders right here. Sorry about the black on black. And then you have your 4 smaller missiles. Now, the story with these missiles is, from every Sky Striker that I've seen from G.I. Joe, you put these missiles on and they fall off. They don't stay on there too snug. Another small complaint, though not a very big one. Just enough to be a headache. You put them on, it's nice that it's nice soft plastic that they put in here, but you're going to want to hit this edge with a little clear nail polish to give it a little bit more girth, and let it dry overnight, 24 hours, and then your missiles will stay on perfectly. But you have to do it, because if you sit them down for any length of time, the missiles just drop off. They just fall off. So make sure that you do that. You know, you definitely want to do that. Now your engines, you know, they just slide into the back on the old Sky Striker. I guess if you wanted to make them look like they were working on it. Yeah. And then the recon piece just sits where the tail fins go. They go in place there. And there you go. Now, like I said, I haven't put the other wing on yet because I have some work to do on it because of the missing pieces. But I mean, it is an impressive piece. All right, so I'm going to break out the figures now and show you those. That is the best part. The vehicles are nice. The figures are really nice. So let's get those bad boys out here. All right. Break out Ravage. So here is Ravage. He is really nice. I got to make a confession. I did take him out to check him out earlier. He is really nice. Now, the only articulation you get on Ravage, you get a head swivel left and right, up and down. But he looks great. Get some nice posability out of him as far as that goes. And the classic Ravage stance. So with the head down or a little to the left or right, he looks really good. You get his little chain for Baroness to hold him back. Here's Blaster. You know, he doesn't really do anything. You can put the tapes in this tape deck. I don't advise it, because if you put it in there, I don't know how you would ever get it out. So with Blaster, you get a blue, a red, and a yellow cassette. And it's a nice little added touch. Another cool thing is you can put them on the back of Snake Eyes. We got the Baroness. Here's the Baroness. So it has a nice little touch. She has the microphone. Now the insignia could have been a little bit more red to stand out. As far, from far away, it doesn't really stand out. She's got a little bit of red on the belt that you really can't see. But, she's got a nice sculpt. I wish the head would turn a little bit more. But, what are you going to do? And ankle articulation. I wish they moved side to side this way. You can't really get a wide post stance, though. She does look good with a leg swept back in front, holding Ravage with a gun up. You guys probably saw that picture already posted. I posted that earlier in the week. She comes with 3 guns. This is the classic Viper gun, just done in black. And I don't remember whose gun this was. But this is a nice little rifle. I don't like the stock for her. If it would have been that big without the hold, I think it would have been a little bit nicer for her. Her classic gun would have been really cool too. Then we got Snake Eyes. Everybody's fan favorite Snake Eyes. So, Snake Eyes, let's see. Let me see if I can get a nice little white backdrop over here for you a little bit. Gives you a little more contrast on the Snake Eyes. No, it didn't really help much. So, Snake Eyes has got the black top. He's got green pants, the visor, and then he's got the Autobot symbol on his arm, which I like that little touch. And he comes with his sword. Also a really good touch. This one's kind of long, but it's good. I like it. And his classic Uzi. Now, what I like about this Uzi is it's got a silencer on it. So he's pretty cool. And again, like I said, you can take blaster and put it in anybody's back. I would imagine it would go on Snake Eyes, though, since he's an Autobot. But I guess maybe if you wanted the Baroness to steal it. So that's kind of cool. And it's almost the right size. Boombox in the 80s would have been about that big. See now, Snake Eyes has ankle articulation to the left and the right. So this might be one of my favorite figures then of Snake Eyes, even though I'm not thrilled with the green pants. But I do like the ankle articulation. There wasn't many 25th that had that. All right, this is the figure I've been waiting to open. I'm a big samurai guy, and I did like Bludgeon in the Generation series as a tank when he transformed. I thought he was amazing. So the basic figure, nice sculpt on the head. And the armor is really cool. Now, this is the armor they used for Budo with a different paint scheme. I wasn't a fan of the Budo figure because of all the armor. I like the classic Budo from the vintage line. But man, after seeing this, I may go back and get the Budo figure. Let's see, get this on. This looks like something else you might want to warm up before you try to attempt to put it on the figure. I'm pretty good at breaking stuff. Again, looking better. I like the little Decepticon logos right there. Let's see how well this helmet will fit. Try and get this coat down a little more. So I guess the helmet just sits right there. It doesn't really go on. See if we take this jacket off, though. As much as I like the jacket on them with the logos, if the helmet's going to fit better without it, then it's going to be displayed without this jacket on, that's for sure. Oh, yeah. So that sits on him really, really nice. Yeah, I think I'll have to forego the jacket. Got the little sword. Now, I don't know if both swords can go in. In the classic samurai tradition, both swords would go in. I don't think that's the case here. Oh, okay. They kind of go in together. So that's also a nice little touch. Yeah, I gotta say, as cool as all the other figures are, this is the figure for this set. And I'm going to want, definitely going to want Budo now from the 25th line. Now, it looks like this might come off. If this comes off and the jacket can go on, and then the helmet could stay on, that would be really cool. But, I mean, worst case scenario, I'll just cut this down so that the helmet can go on. I don't really understand. Well, yeah, you don't have much of a space in there. But that's the winner of the figure of the set in my eyes. No stands with the set. I'm a little surprised at that. This is the second set I've got with no stands for the figures. But again, I mean, I have any generic stands. So let me get this all set up for you. You can see what it looks like all together. Okay, we got the set all together. Let's take a closer look at the whole set. Here's the interior of Jetfire. Let's take a look at the file cards. Really great job on these file cards. On some of the other Joe cards, they came square. I like this version better. There's Ravage. And the Baroness. Blaster and Snake Eyes. And Bludgeoned. Well, I hope you like this unboxing and the review. We will have Jetfire and Hound up for sale at the shop. Sorry, but the figures are not for sale. But I do hope you like the review. This is a great set. Until next time, be safe. If you like this video and you enjoyed the content, please subscribe and like us on Instagram at Pauls_toy_room, where every day is an adventure.